Hi everybody. I thought we could talk about Earth Day because today is Earth Day, and that is a day to celebrate our Earth and our planet and think of things we can do to keep it strong and beautiful and how we can be helpful. So I have a bunch of things I wanted to mention. And first, I thought we could talk about some ways that you could celebrate today and celebrate Earth. And I thought you could go for a bike ride and hear the sounds of the birds and whatever animals might be around, smell the flowers, just breathe in the fresh air, and that's a nice way to celebrate Earth. You could take a walk with your family outside or a hike. Whatever could get you outside to just celebrate our Earth. You could maybe do some spring cleaning with your family, either neaten up the house inside or do some raking in the yard and clean up that way. I'm sure that your family would appreciate that. I also thought we could talk about what we could do to help the Earth, right? Because we all need to do our part to help the Earth because it's so special. So one thing that we can all do is recycle. So you're probably recycling at home. Maybe you put your plastic bottles in the big recycling bin, or your glass jars that maybe your pasta sauce came in, and you just fill that recycle bin as much as you can. That is a great way to help the Earth. So good job. Another way is not only to recycle things, but to reuse them. So just use things again. So I wanted to show some examples of some things that you could use again. This is a toilet paper holder. So you could turn this into anything, an instrument, a bird, anything you could think of that you would want to make for a project. So you're not just tossing it away, but you're thinking, how could I reuse this, right? Another thing that we have at my house is this big bin of nuts that my husband bought. But Ruby actually said, save that, I want to make it into a drum. So that's reusing things. Lastly, I have this reusable water bottle that Cora gave me. Thank you, Cora. And this is a great way to help the Earth by using a reusable water bottle. Okay, so then we're not throwing away or recycling so much plastic, but just keep using the same bottle. It's very good for the Earth. Okay, so those are just some examples. Something else you could do is plant a garden with your family, maybe just some small plants or big ones. Plants, vegetables, fruits, trees, whatever you could think of that would be good for your family. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about gardening. And I have some cool pictures here. And the first thing I wanted to go over is what plants and vegetables need to grow, right? So you probably know these already, but maybe you could go through them with me. So what is he doing? Flowers, plants, and vegetables need what? Yes, to be watered. So much. They also need, I don't know if you can see this one, dirt. They need dirt, right? They need sunlight, rain. So the next time that it rains and you might be feeling like, oh, I can't ride my bike, or I really wanted to play in the driveway and do chalk, you could start to think, well, actually, this is helping the plants and the trees to grow. So I'm okay with the rain, right? Because it's helping. And even the wind helps. So all these things help a garden to grow. And I wanted to show you, this is a pumpkin, but a pumpkin doesn't just come in the ground like that. It has to start off as a seed, right? So let's go way back here. And I'm going to bring you a little bit forward so you can see. Oops. That first you start off with a sprout. After you plant your seeds, right? Let's move the seeds up here. Get to plant some seeds. Then you have a little sprout that comes up. Then here comes the vine, because pumpkins grow on a vine. Then the vine starts to flower. You might see some beautiful yellow flowers, and that means the pumpkins are coming. Then, you might know this, you may not, pumpkins are green before they turn orange. So the first step is that a pumpkin would need to be green. And then when it's bigger and ripe and ready, it changes into orange. Okay? So those are all the stages that a pumpkin needs to grow. Now, same with down here. You might see, actually, I want to talk to you about something, and that is, see this flower? It starts off with a little sprout, then it turns into a blooming, beautiful flower. But what are those things underneath the flower? Those are called the roots. You may already know what the roots do, but the roots are like straws for the flower, and they drink the water that's under the ground and take in all the good minerals from the soil to help the flower to grow. So the roots are down in the ground, and they help a flower or a plant or a tree by drinking the water up into the flower. So the roots are very important. There are the roots. So I thought we could go over a couple fun fruits and vegetables that you could even grow at home. There's pineapple. Lettuce is a great one. Anybody see these? They're teeny tiny. Let me bring them closer. What are those? Yes, blueberries. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said they are growing blueberries. I couldn't believe it. I love blueberries. This one is a tricky one. Anybody know this one? Radishes. Okay, radishes are delicious. They're good in a salad or a sandwich or anything. Now we've got, yep, grapes. Who doesn't love grapes? Delicious. We've got watermelon. So good. A beautiful flower. There's so many flowers that you could grow. Oh, here's a great one. Anyone know that one? Celery. You could grow celery in your yard and make delicious, put some delicious things on it, like peanut butter or cream cheese and raisins or something like that. We also have bananas, delicious, and apples. And I put this pan here because you can grow all of these wonderful things and then cook them for your family and enjoy them at home. That is a great way to keep the earth beautiful and to help the earth, is to grow beautiful fruits and vegetables and plants for the earth. So that's a nice idea. Another thing I wanted to show you before I go is a project to do for Earth Day, because you could hang this up at home to celebrate. And I thought, I have a piece of paper, and I thought you could find something to trace. I have a bowl here, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to trace a circle. Like this. Okay? You can use anything to trace a circle that you have. Then I'm going to take my scissors. This is a great thing that you could be doing at home, is cutting. So good for us to really strengthen our cutting. And you're going to cut out your circle. Then you could take blue and green tissue paper. Why do you think I picked blue and green tissue paper for the earth? Anybody have a guess? The earth is made up of water and land. So what you could do is tear up some tissue paper or cut it into little pieces to keep cutting into as many pieces as you want and glue them onto your earth and just make a beautiful planet Earth, okay? I even brought up some blue glitter glue to put on the water just to make it sparkle a little bit. So that is almost the end. I thought of one other thing that you could do at home for Earth Day, and that is sing some songs about the earth. And so I thought that we could end by singing "This Land Is Your Land, This Land Is My Land," because that's a great song about taking care of our earth. So if you know it, you can sing along. And if you don't, you could keep watching this and learn "This Land Is Your Land" because it's a beautiful song that I love, okay? So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Nice job, friends. I miss you all. Happy Earth Day, and have a nice celebration with your families, okay? Keep up the good work. I can't wait to see you all soon.